Now to another major story. Local leaders have more power over war monuments and memorials in their cities.
Governor McAuliffe has vetoed a bill that could have made it difficult for them to make decisions. This may affect memorials dedicated to Confederate soldiers like this one in Portsmouth or the one in Norfolk downtown. 10 on your side's Liz Palka is in Portsmouth with this latest Confederate controversy.
Yeah, Tom, this bill would have kept local cities from moving monuments no matter when they were built. Because this is an older monument, it's from the 1800s, cities like Portsmouth could still look into moving it. But a local attorney says not so fast. Local officials across the Commonwealth will still have a say in what can happen to war monuments in their town or city. That's because of a bill Governor Terry McAuliffe vetoed Thursday.
The governor recognizes that land use is a matter for localities to determine.
Portsmouth Councilman Mark Whitaker has been vocal about moving the city's Confederate monument from its current downtown location.
Should they be on public property, supported by persons who these monuments were represent oppression, racism, terrorism, or should they be something that you put in private places, cemeteries?
My clients have made it clear if Portsmouth decides to remove or otherwise interfere or disturb the Confederate monument there in the city, they want me in court the next day.
Fred Taylor, a Suffolk attorney, represents groups like the Sons of Confederate Veterans. The local chapter has taken an interest in protecting Confederate monuments like the one in Portsmouth. Despite the governor's veto, Taylor said these war monuments are still protected.
As far as the Code of Virginia goes, monuments are still protected, war memorials are still protected, whether they were erected 100 years ago or whether they were erected 10 years ago.
The date matters because a judge in a recent court case out of Danville said the existing Virginia law protects only monuments built after 1998.
This Danville case is really the test case, and if the Supreme Court decides to take it up, ultimately it will be determined by them to say whether monuments before 1998 are covered under this law.
Taylor has been part of that case out of Danville. He says it's being appealed right now, and it could be about 3 or 4 months before we know if the Virginia Supreme Court will hear it. Whitaker says he is following that case closely because that could impact what the city of Portsmouth does next. Live in Portsmouth, I'm Liz Palka, 10 on your side.